From our studio and our office at the corner of 8th and Walton in Bentonville, Arkansas, welcome to Saturday Morning Meeting. Brought to you in part by Dun & Bradstreet Credibility Corp., the leading provider of credit and credibility solutions for businesses. Saturday Morning Meeting covers Walmart, Sam's Club, and the consumer product companies that are represented on the racks and shelves throughout the country and around the world. I'm Andy Shook, and thanks for joining us. We have a really fun show for you today and a great wrap-up for the year. 2014's top 10 stories for Walmart suppliers. There was no shortage of vendor-related news this year, so think about the most significant news stories for suppliers and play along at home while we go through our countdown. What Walmart stories do you think were the most important to vendors this year? Tweet us your guesses with hashtag Saturday Morning Meeting. Let's start the countdown.
Will Walmart ever become a bank? But we could probably argue that regulations and other things may stop that. But what are the core services that people want to be able to do? Is it send a money order? Is it be able to have a credit card because they don't have a bank account? Is it to be able to do some sort of cash services? So when I look at Walmart expanding in that way, it's less about the actual service itself. It's more about meeting their customer needs.
As it relates to trust, the challenge that Walmart is going to have is the same thing that they had with Target when Target was breached. So when you're talking about somebody's money, you're talking about trust. And in today's world, with all of the data breaches that continue to occur over and over again, it's hard for a consumer to know who to trust.
When you think about Walmart and you think about how many different services that their customers rely on them for, it's everything from getting their tires to getting their groceries. Money is a natural extension. In fact, by having gift cards, by having all manner of money services, consumers are used to dealing with money with Walmart. And putting these money transfers in the store is a no-brainer. There really is the distinction between services and the distinction between retailers is just dissolving, and so it's a natural extension to trust Walmart with your money as you trust them with everything else.
They want every basket. They want the dollar customer, they want the organic customer, they want the consumer when they come into the store to be able to leave the store with whatever it was that they were looking for and not go to an alternate competitor. I think the addition of the Wild Oats brand for the organic side to compete with Whole Foods and to get not just a price-conscious shopper into the store, but get somebody into the store that is looking for organics at a value, I think is going to allow them to compete very strongly with Whole Foods.
If we understand what the customer is thinking, then we'll understand why competition is successful. So from a supplier perspective, in my opinion, it's less about what competition's doing. It's more of what need are they meeting. And then asking yourself the question from a Walmart perspective, how do I meet that need? So if you do your research and you truly understand the need that's being met from a competitor, that's much more important than saying, this is what the competitor's doing, how do I replicate that at Walmart?
I think Walmart's drawn a line in the dirt that says, this is what we own price, we own assortment, we own convenience, and we're not going to let anyone take that away from us. And the same could be said for the e-commerce business.
With Walmart adding e-commerce distribution centers in addition to their 4,000 plus stores that they have, they've got the network to squash Amazon.
Walmart has the capacity to compete with anybody it wants to go up against.
This Made in America thing's actually, it's microeconomic, and it will help it'll help Fayetteville, it'll help Northwest Arkansas, help Arkansas, and it'll help increase sales at Walmart.
What most people forget is back in the late 80s, Walmart, Mr. Walton at the time, pushed Made in America. And yeah, it was a different time, it was a different environment, but the fact is Walmart buyers worked really, really hard to find manufacturers who could make products in the United States as opposed to taking those overseas.
From a durable or a home line or a toy line, the challenge is all those manufacturers have shifted overseas and all the technology and capability and parts are overseas. So trying to bring that back into the United States is creating a challenge in finding people that can actually produce the goods, just get the components to produce the goods. So it's going to take some time for the supplier community and the manufacturing community to figure out how to meet Walmart's need, or Walmart's going to have to figure out a different price point that a consumer is willing to pay.
If you're in China, if other parts of Asia, labor costs are going up. It's difficult to get the product from China to the United States. And so the idea of finding manufacturers in the United States who can build this product for Walmart is really smart.
The thing about the production that happens in the United States is it does tend to be very, very technical and to use capital in the place of labor. So these jobs that are being created, there probably won't be as many jobs created in the United States, even though Walmart is investing all of this, but we will see capacity and we will see production created, which is wealth.
By making things in the U.S. of A., not will we only drive the revenue, right, that we gain here, but more importantly, we'll actually fulfill the American dream. Because with Made in the USA, people have jobs, and then people can spend money, and that's actually what we're all trying to do.
Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with number 7.
Retail Solutions is the market leader helping advance reporting and analytics with Walmart suppliers around the globe. We manage the data for you, automate data integration, attribution, and reports, and then help you focus on activities that will drive the most value. To do this, RSI works with you to perform a business value assessment to identify the largest value opportunities in your business. If improving results in sales through better insights and execution and efficiencies are important to you, contact RSI today.
Bentonville Plaza, across the street from the Walmart home office. The best office location, offers proximity and services like no other business complex in the area. Call 479-659-1260 today.
I would recommend 8th and Walton to other suppliers because from my experience talking to other suppliers, they were even learning new ideas or just new and better business practices.
Most people have little time for training, and so 8th and Walton is a perfect opportunity to send your new employees to understand the retailing system. And again, because trainers were suppliers, they know the how and the why, so they become very valuable very quickly.
We're back with 2014's top 10 stories for Walmart suppliers, and we're ready to reveal number 7.
The more energy we conserve, the more money we can save. The less pollution we create, the better we live. But we're not just focused on conserving energy. We're working to create new sources of renewable energy.
Because of its scale, Walmart has the ability to make enormous changes in the way that our society works. And because it has so many supplier partners, having them involved is absolutely critical if we're going to see any kind of real change.
Right now, we have about 7 billion people across the globe, but it's projected by 2050 to have 9 billion. Our resources are already extremely constrained as it is currently, so it's even more important for us as business partners and also just as human beings to make a significant difference.
You need to make a fair profit. You need to focus on your employees, and you need to help focus on our customers. But we all understand we live on the same planet, so what can we do to reduce the carbon footprint? What can we do to reduce waste? So that's a very, very interesting kind of proposition to suppliers today, and you have to be able to play in that type of proposition. If not, then Walmart's simply going to pass you by.
That low-hanging fruit is gone. I think now the challenge comes from how do you get beyond what the low-hanging fruit is and truly create something that's sustainable. I think everyone went out and hit the easy stuff, packaging, lights in the facilities, you know, whatever they were trying to do to meet the requirements so they could tout their sustainability initiatives. But now I think it's going to be a larger challenge.
For the suppliers, it really is about embracing the idea of sustainability and a sustainable supply chain because there are cost savings. Sometimes it requires an investment, but in the end, in every case I'm aware of, the supplier ends up being more efficient and they save money.
If you look at a company like Unilever, as we pride ourselves on that in the partnership with Walmart around improving health and wellness, improving the environmental impact, and also making a difference just in livelihoods.
When Lee Scott got hot on this and started pushing sustainability, I didn't realize how much money there was in trash. So with my businesses, we've taken trash and looked at it as a profit center. So we've taken something that had negative costs, and now we're generating about $50,000 a year out of our waste stream.
When you look at women as an economic force in the economy, women are not just shoppers. We're the majority of college graduates. We are a full, more than half of the population. And so for Walmart to pay attention to women, for Walmart to pay attention to women's issues, to work on bringing women into its leadership roles, it's only natural.
I think it's naive for Walmart or any company to think, I continue to simply just look at, white males in the industry looking at data and saying, I can make those kind of decisions. It intuitively makes sense to have women involved, not only from a people standpoint, Walmart associates, but also truly understanding that core consumer, that core shopper at Walmart.
80% of shoppers that shop our stores are women. Also, half of the population are females. So we really want to have a true idea of how to best serve our customers, both as suppliers and Walmart as a retailer. We have to hire women. It's not an option.
Another example of how Walmart is really working with women in the workplace today is also working with suppliers, which are women-owned businesses. We've worked with a local woman here. Her name is Helen Lampkin, that has My Brother Salsa. And she really took a very methodical approach to be able to do business with Walmart, and Walmart really came alongside her to help her work within Sam's Club, to work within Walmart, and so they're making a concerted effort, not only from a management standpoint to really focus on women, but also for women-owned businesses.
I think the company's made great strides, and I think they're doing really, really well.
Walmart International is a youngster. We're 22 years old. So we've now got more than 6,300 stores, and we serve over 100 million customers every week.
Walmart acquired existing businesses that, in the case of Mexico, had been pretty successful. In the case of Canada, came with an extremely talented group of people. And so when you went to Canada and you looked at the team that came from Woolco to Walmart, people who've been in retail for 30 years and 20 years, and so really, really talented. Quick to adapt to the Walmart idea of everyday low prices, broad assortments, and so they just, frankly, outperformed all of the other competitors in Canada.
When we look at China and where it has been, China's really in a precarious position right now. They have seen enormous strides in terms of income growth. The middle class has grown enormously, and Walmart has put the infrastructure in place to try to take advantage of that going forward. As China's growth slows a little bit, the question is, will they be able to continue moving folks into the middle class, thus providing ever greater markets for international companies like Walmart? Walmart has been acting like it's going to, and so for Walmart to win China, China has to win as well, and I think the Chinese people have to grow in prosperity for that to work out very well.
Walmart International, from China to Mexico to Canada to South America, wherever they want to go, that is the growth engine for Walmart Corporation. And I think with McMillon being the CEO of the whole corporation and coming from international, you're going to see, and we've already seen, significant changes in the leadership of international, and I think you'll see significant improvements as a result of those changes.
When you think of doing business in another country, it's one thing to look at your product and say, I know it's going to work for the American consumer, especially if you're based here. Now, obviously, suppliers that are watching this from Europe it's the same analogy though, right? Are your products working in another country? So we always say, to begin with research, you really have to understand the Walmart shopper in that specific country. And it's not so much that it's a product mix nuance, but the way you approach marketing, the way you approach the in-store effects and how you actually merchandise in stores is dramatically different.
What are 4, 3, and 2? Here's a clue. 2 of the topics have been covered in our Saturday morning meeting specials. If you think you know the answer, tweet us during this short break.
Every day, shoppers are bombarded with traditional brand messages outside the store in hopes that these marketing dollars will drive in-store sales. Closure Media drives retail sales by connecting brands with 95 million Walmart shoppers per year while they are in the store. Through innovative programs at Walmart's photo and money centers, Closure Media converts Walmart shoppers to purchasers of your brand. With reported redemption rates up to 7 times the national FSI average, Closure Media drives sales. For more info, visit us at closuremedia.com.
Bentonville Commerce, less than 1 mile from the Walmart home office. You'll love the convenience, amenities, and customized options Bentonville Commerce offers. For more information, call 479-659-1260 today.
A few of you had the right answers in your tweets, I see, but maybe watching our show more often could be a New Year's resolution. All right, let's continue our countdown with number 4.
This whole omni-channel idea has gained an incredible amount of momentum and speed. So everything's probably happening faster than people thought. Walmart stepped back and made big investments in California around Walmart.com and e-commerce.
The expectation of the consumer has changed. I want to be able to order this, have it tomorrow, and I don't want to pay for shipping.
The next generation of shoppers, they shop everywhere. Whether somebody's sitting in college, right, making a purchase while they're listening to their professor, or whether they're with their kids right at the roller skating rink, they can buy stuff everywhere, which is why it's so important to work with Walmart to expand this omni-channel, to make sure that once again we've got the right item at the right place at the right time, and that's going to be everywhere they can shop, handheld, in-store, anywhere. And it's extremely critical that we make sure that we understand what the customers want and how they want to deliver it, and actually even enhance the experience and understand where we think they might go and get there before them.
My wife orders dog food online because she hates to have to go to a store, load a 25-pound bag of dog food into a shopping cart, check it out, load it into her car, and then carry it into the house. So now she orders it and it shows up from Walmart.com on the front door.
I encourage suppliers, when I talk to them, to really look at omnichannel, especially from a digital standpoint, as just another way of bringing Action Alley to life, but you bring it to life online. And if you look at that core tenets of making that happen, I think you can be really, really successful with Walmart. You don't have to do anything fancy or anything fun. It's just really understanding that when shoppers come in via an omni-channel, they're looking for the same thing. Great deals, great products, great accessories that are associated with that. If you can figure out those adjacencies and the way you do business really well in the store, if you can bring that to life online, I think you'll be successful from an omni-channel standpoint with Walmart.
McMillon is doing a unique job in repositioning the management team to get focused on the omnichannel, and it's a key competitive strategy that Walmart has to be able to employ, and I think they're going to do a great job at it. It's just so challenging. It's going to take a while to move a ship that has been moving in one direction into a different direction.
I think the 3 factors that have prompted it are Amazon, Amazon, and Amazon. I could be wrong.
Many people, many suppliers look at this as a math game. If I follow this algorithm, this is going to happen. Quite honestly, there's a lot of art to it. So you've got to surround yourself with people that understand seasonality and how Walmart works, really to be successful from an on-shelf availability standpoint.
They've obviously developed several tools, Spark and several other apps to help suppliers improve u.s.a. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to Walmart having the personnel at night to get the stock onto the shelf and place the order from the RDC to the store to ensure that they have it. Once they figure out that piece of the puzzle, I think Walmart's on-shelf availability and stock rates are going to improve significantly, and they're going to be able to capitalize on that $3 billion lost opportunity that was referenced earlier this year.
The hard part is it's not simply a store associate's fault because you're out. The supplier may not have shipped enough. The distribution center may not have shipped enough. Someone may have forgotten to order it. I mean, there's this multitude of things that can cause the problems.
If you look at most of our shoppers walking in the store, it's a mom who's got 2 kids in the cart, right? That's got 22 minutes to shop the store. She's got a list and it's our job to fulfill her needs. So the commitment to OSA is important to grow the business, but more importantly, to reward our customers.
Simply put, if the product is not on the shelf, the consumer's not really happy about it.
So as a supplier, if you look at the growth numbers, right, of just the amount of doors being open in neighborhood markets, they're going to double next year. So it's really exciting to be a part of this, is because not only will the size of the business grow, but we'll also better serve our customers and meet their needs.
You know, there's no doubt Walmart's getting pressure from Dollar General because you can get into a Dollar General and get out real quick.
So if Walmart can make its small formats known for the kinds of things that consumers want to buy when they're in a hurry, when they don't want to deal with the whole experience of a supercenter, then cannibalization's really not the problem. They are in fact getting some new sales.
They learned a lot at ASDA and around Europe with small stores, because that's more the norm than it is here in the U.S. Difficult to build a lot of supercenters in most European countries. A lot easier here.
If you actually go visit one of the new stores, I think Mr. Sam would be proud. I visited a store off the Georgia Tech campus and was talking to a pharmacist that was working there, and she said, you know, I feel like thousands of people look to me as the mother of their children, because I get the phone call from the mom saying, my son will be there today to pick up this script, and could you make sure that he also picks up some orange juice while he's there? I mean, that's good old-fashioned merchandising.
What's the #1 news story of 2014? I'll tell you this right now. It has nothing to do with Kim Kardashian or Johnny Manziel. Stay tuned and find out.
CaseStack, the leader in collaborative retail consolidation programs. We offer the supply chain expertise needed to navigate the challenges of selling products with the world's largest retailers. And we provide customers with a customizable, scalable, environmentally sustainable supply chain with the same advanced technology typically used by larger rivals. By leveling the playing field, CaseStack lowers distribution costs and increases overall margins. CaseStack, retail logistics is what we do.
Trying to get your product noticed by retailers and customers? Rapid Prototypes in Bentonville can help with packaging, displays, renderings, signage, and much more. They are called Rapid Prototypes for a reason. Rapid turnaround and rapid response time to your needs. Need 2-week turnaround? Easy. Need 2-day turnaround? No problem. Need 2-minute turnaround? Let's talk. At Rapid Prototypes, we're always willing to go the extra mile for you. Rapid Prototypes, across from Cassano's Pizza on Walton Boulevard in Bentonville. Call 479-273-3278.
My colleagues and I were lucky enough to have a custom course put together for us by Ethan Walton and Iris, our instructor. It focused on all the different aspects of what an analyst might need from retailing to work with Walmart. I think what surprised me most is that there were so many things that I had not been using in Retail Inc. that would be valuable for me and that I hadn't attempted to use yet. And also just some tips and shortcuts. Iris has a lot of experience, and she knows how to help you find things that are going to help you do your work.
And now, 2014's #1 most significant news story for Walmart suppliers.
This is an exciting day, though. We have big news to share with you. This last Friday, our board of directors selected Doug McMillon to succeed Mike Duke as our president and chief executive officer, effective February 1st.
Management changes at Walmart. It's every supplier's nightmare, but also their dream, because you really never know what you're going to get. But when it comes to Doug McMillon specifically, I think it's the best of both worlds. Here's an individual who could be considered the CEO of the X-Gen that's out there, that's very relevant, understands technology. Yet at the same time, he's also an apostle of Mr. Sam. I mean, he walked the walk and he walked the stores with Mr. Sam. So I think it's a great blend. He's bringing that culture back. I think you'll hear more quotes from Mr. Sam from Doug McMillon than you've heard in the last 5 years.
But I also think that Doug may well be one of the last CEOs that we have that actually had a chance to work with Sam Walton.
When I was 26, I was selling potpourri to the craft department. The new buyer was Doug McMillon. And so here I am, I'm 26, he's 24 or 23, whatever. And I'd heard he was on the fast track. and I didn't know what the fast track meant. But what that to me means is the fast track still takes 25 years, and Doug's a perfect example of success in Walmart by sticking to it.
And what I love that Doug McMillon has brought is not just the energy and the passion, but a little bit more of the old ways we've done business with Walmart, around focusing on our customer, ensuring that we have the right prices and we've got the right assortment in store. Also, too, with a lot of Doug's background, right, he understands the challenges in store. That it's not that easy to take things from the back room and then get them on the floor. Additionally, too, what Doug does a great job of is he is the Gen Xer, that we'd like to believe that we've got a connection to understanding what's going on. I think he's pretty close to it. I think his commitment to the environment, his commitment to driving the digital space, all of those things show the guy is greatly in touch.
They're going to be able to put all of this together and make it work. So it's just a matter of time. And how long does that take? I don't think anyone knows, but if I was having to place bets on who can accomplish and who will be successful, Walmart's my choice all day long.
Doug McMillon, of course, a leader to take us into 2015 with wisdom, experience, and creativity. I hope this countdown helped you reflect on the highlights of the past year, and we hope that 2015 is filled with success, happiness, and good fortune for you. Our special thanks to all of today's guests. Next week, we bring you a special episode with some of our favorite guests. It's the best of Saturday morning meetings, with segments selected from our vast collection of retail how-tos, innovative stories, product launches, marketing tips, and CPG forecasts. They're oldies but goodies, and you won't want to miss. Happy holidays, folks. I'm Andy Shook, and from all of us at Saturday Morning Meeting, thanks for watching. Our guests enjoy staying at 21C Museum Hotel and hosting dinners, meetings, and product launches there.
I walk in every day and I just take a deep breath and I'm like, I can't believe where it's gone, where it's come to. Blood, sweat, and tears, and then some. Everything to build the company where it's at. I'm Billy Westbrook, and Scrub Blade is an idea I had. I wondered, why don't wiper blades scrub your windshield? If they're going back and forth, why don't they scrub the windshield while they're doing it? You know, I was making barely any money to survive. I was living on an air mattress at a friend's house, completely stripped down to nothing. It's just me. I was like, I'm going to give this 100% and see what happens with it. And that was in 2006. It's 2014 now, and I've never stopped. In the journey of Scrub Blade, we had a huge opportunity to do a big test with Walmart. And if I would have worked all those 8 years and neglected my business credit, I would have had the biggest opportunity of our journey. Dun & Bradstreet Credibility is a huge partnership for Scrub Blade. They share the knowledge really well, go through your credit rating with you and explain what this means and what that means. We're starting a big test with AutoZone, and I mean, they're the largest automotive retailer in the world. It's going to take our company to the next level and beyond. What drives me, what keeps me going, is my family. Yeah. My job is to take care of my family, and it gives me a lot of pride to know that I can do that. And at the same instance, Dun & Bradstreet Credibility is taking care of me, or my entity, Scrub Blade. I mean, it's still a small company, but big in my eyes. We want to have fun with it. We want to bring people in along for the journey. You know, life's a journey. Get a clearer view. That's what Scrub Blade's tagline is, and it means everything.